I have been feeling so blah lately. Maybe you can relate. And one thing that has always helped me when I've been anxious or down or just feeling blah is dance. As most of you know, I've been dancing for a very long time and I love ballet. And it has been weeks and weeks since I've been able to be in my dance class, teaching my students, or to even dance myself. So I wanted to put together a little at-home ballet barre class. I am actually sitting in my barre right now. I'm gonna use this wonderful chair. I've cleared out my kitchen table and we're just going to do the best that we can. I am definitely not a professional ballet dancer by any means, but I really love it, and I hope that these combinations and exercises help you feel a little more active and bring some joy into your life. So wear some comfy clothes, clear out a good space, and let's get started. To begin, we are going to start with a warm-up exercise facing our bar, our chair, our kitchen countertop, whatever we're using to steady ourselves. In teaching it, I'm just gonna hold on with one hand so you can see my feet and understand a little bit better what I'm doing. We start in first position, and this is just where our heels are going to be touching, our hip rotators are nice and turned out, and on count one, we're gonna start with a simple demi-plie. So that is count one. And you want to focus on your knees going out nice and evenly. You don't want to go too in or too far turned out if you don't feel warmed up yet. So count one, we demi-plie. On count two, you're going to roll up onto the balls of your feet, like that. So count 1, 2, on count 3 we straighten, and on count 4 we lower those heels. So that is the first 4 counts of 8, and now we're going to reverse that, kind of going in the other direction. So we're going to elevate first on count 5. We're going to roll down into a plie, staying on the balls of our feet on 6. Those heels are going to lower 7, still in that plie, and straighten on 8. So that is the full 8 count. Let's do it together. We will go 1, roll 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we are going to do that 4 times, and it may seem a little tedious, a little repetitious, but if you really think about using all of the muscles, working through each of these positions nice and slowly, your muscles are going to warm up. After we repeat this 4 times, we are going to do a series of tendus. A tendu is a simple point, and it helps us build to bigger kicks or bigger leg motions. So we are going to begin by breaking down the tendu motion by resting the ball of our foot out. So you're just going to place the ball of your foot out to the side. So ball of the foot, you're going to transition from this beautiful little ball of the foot position into a point. You'll go through the ball of the foot and close. So we will go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then on 5, we'll point in a tendu, close on 6, point in a tendu 7, close on 8. So all together it will look like this. Point, point, ball of the foot, and close, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. At which point you'll switch to do the left leg. I started with my right, so you can see it. We will ball of the foot, point, ball of the foot, close, 5, 6, 7, close, 8. All right, so just to recap, we have our plie, elevate, releve exercises that we do 4 counts, and then on each side, we do a ball of the foot point tendu combination. And to finish it all off, we we are going to do a tendu, plie, and balance. So you're just going to point in a full tendu on one, and you're still holding onto the bar. So 1, plie on 2, you'll releve on 3, and then you have 4, 5, 6 to lift those hands off of the bar and try to balance. On 7, you're going to plie and close 8. You will repeat on the left side, so you will tendu, 2, rise 3, lift those arms off the bar, 4, 5, 6, plie, 7, and 8. So just remember this whole time, and when we do it, we're going to be holding on to our bar so you'll have something nice and sturdy. Let's try it. Good finish. We're going to continue warming up our feet with a tendu and dégagé exercise. This will be facing the bar. We start in first position, and we are going to do 4 tendus on the right and 4 tendus on the left. And we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now with the tendu, you want to think about keeping your foot turned out. So when I point my foot out to the side, I want to think about that heel coming forward, almost like it's lifting itself under. So if you see the top of your foot pointing out, that means that your rotator muscles aren't turned out, they're turned in. And so you want to think about gently tucking those rotator muscles, pulling from underneath. That heel should be lifted up on these tendus. And in our previous exercise, you know how we did our ball of the foot and point? Well, that is meant to smoothly demonstrate what a tendu should look like in its correct form. So you don't want to just point your foot, plop it out there willy-nilly. You want to work through that ball of the foot each time. So you can see that my foot is breaking down and closing, ball of the foot and pointing. So that is the correct tendu form. So we're going to do 4 on the right, 4 on the left. We are then going to switch to dégagés. And a dégagé is a tendu that just pops itself right off the ground. We are going to do 4 on each side. So we have done our tendus. We will dégagé 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice that the count is on the close of the dégagé. So, and 1. We'll do 4 on the right and 4 on the left. This is where it gets kind of fun. We did 4 and 4. Now we're going to do 2 and 2. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is kind of get your brain warmed up as well as your feet. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in total, it'll be 2 8 counts. Overall, you want to think about standing up straight, especially as you're shifting your weight between feet. You want to think about standing in good alignment so you can easily move, keeping that body nice and straight. So just to review, we're going to do 4 tendus on the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 on the left, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will then do dégagés and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will then balance with a little plie. We'll just rise up to our feet like before, and we'll do a nice hold. And when you feel like you've held it for as long as you can, you're gonna just come down and give me a good finish. We are now going to do my favorite plie combination of all time. And it's my favorite because it's really the only one that I've ever known. I don't even remember which ballet teacher first taught me this combination, but this music and this sequence of movements I've been doing since I was a little girl. So plies are a great way to activate the whole body. And with this sequence, we're going to move off from facing our barre and to just holding on with one hand. We are going to do our plies in most of the positions of ballet. And so we are going to start in first position. We'll move on to second position, which is slightly opened to our hips. We will transition to a fourth position, where our big toe in the back is aligned with the heel of our front foot. And you're very naturally distant, just sort of within your hips as a fourth position. And then in fifth, you bring it in so that heel, which once had space in fourth position, is touching that big toe. And ideally, if I turn around this way, you can see I have a pretty big pizza slice. My turnout isn't what it used to be. Right down here. But ideally in ballet, as you get more flexible, as you learn to control your muscles more, that fifth position will close a little bit. So we are going to work through all of those positions. In each one, we will do 2 demi-pliés, a grand plie, a stretch of some sort with our arms, and a balance. So I'll demonstrate this on the right side, and hopefully you can just follow along with me when we do the left. So we start with our left hand on the barre in a good first position. We prep by bringing our arms to the front and open. Demi-plie, 1, that arm goes down and straighten. 2, we do our second demi-plie, the arm goes up and straighten. On our grand plie, we're going to follow that arm smoothly again, but this time we're going to bend all the way down. And I don't want you to think about just dropping and fighting your way back up. You want it to be a controlled grand plie and a smooth ride back up. It's Easier said than done, and I won't be perfect at it for sure. So we do demi and straighten, demi and straighten, grand plie. We want to fight to keep those heels on the ground as long as possible, and then they pop up, go down, put them down as soon as possible, and come back up. To the front, in first position, we will bend all the way down. We will roll up through the spine, and then we will open and hold. Transfer to second position, demi and straighten, demi and straighten. Grand plie in second position, we keep our heels on the ground. This time we will lean towards the bar. Come on up, little plie, balance in second. Now depending on what you're using as your bar and your own technique level, I generally step out a little too wide, so I need to reposition myself from second, little tendu, and place it in fourth, demi and straighten, demi and straighten, grand plie, all the way to the ground, and back up. Lean away from the bar, and this time, if you can, we want to bring those hands in to see if we can balance without reconnecting with the bar. This is a great test of how your balance is. Plie, transfer to fifth, two demi plies, demi and straighten, demi and straighten, grand plie, all the way down. Work through. This time we're going to pombre back. So this is a back bend, but I want you to think about stretching from your rib cage up instead of pushing your pelvis forward. So I'm going to roll that arm, and I will bend back, and I will hit my painting as I do so, just so you can see it from the side. We will go down, at which point we are going to plie in fifth position and pull it all up into a beautiful susu. Those arms should be slightly in front of you. You don't want your shoulder blades to be pinched at all. Your back should be flat. You're going to just take your time, find your balance, hold it for as long as you can, engage your core, all of your muscles, breathe, and when you feel like you've balanced as much as you can, close and good finish. We will do this plie combination on the right and the left sides. Prep your arms, demi plie. Transfer to second. Grand plie. Lean towards the bar. Plie and rise. To fourth. Lean away from the bar and try to balance and rise. Pombre back. Susu and up. Now, it's okay if you have a wobbly chair like mine, just do your best. It's actually probably ideal because the goal of the barre is to give you confidence and help you find your form, but to one day ditch it completely. So do what you can if you're shaking like me. Let's flip our barre to the other side and do our plies on the left. So that right hand should be on the barre. Towards the barre. No. Palm right back. Susu up. See if I can not hit my lights. Boom. And good finish. We are going to do another dégagé exercise, but it's going to be a little faster, a little more fun, and it's designed to get your brain to think a little bit while warming up your feet. So we actually are going to start from 5th position, and we are going to do 3 dégagés to the front with our normal outside leg, and then we are going to do 3 with our inside leg. So the inside leg refers to the leg that is closest to the barre or chair. So we are going to start, our arms are going to have this beautiful curve in front of us. If you feel so inclined, you can tilt that head and look into the palm, and you will count 1, 2, and on the 3rd one, it's a press into a plie. So you can think 1, 2, press. 1, 2, press. You are then going to straighten that front arm and straighten up on that leg and do the same thing with that inside leg to the back. 1, 2, press. Repeat. 1, 2, press. 1, 2, press. So it's a bit faster, but now that you've got it, 1, 2, press. 1, 2, press. 1, 2, press. 1, 2, press. You can speed it up. So we will go 1, 2, press. 1, 2, press. 1, 2, press. 1, 2, press. Press. This is where your brain sort of going to do this version for me in ballet. You are going to do dégagés to the side, a full 16 counts. And so you're going to do 8 and then 8 again. but you're gonna have a beautiful arm moving alongside of it. So you just finished closing to the back for the last time. You are going to basically open that arm up pretty quickly, and you are gonna start going forward. Let's do the feet first. So just ignore the arm for now. I'll teach it to you in a second. You will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what you're doing is just a simple dégagé to the side, closing into a fifth position. You're gonna start the first time around closing to the front. You need to do that because you want to end up with your right foot and back. All right, so let's try it. We close to the back for the last time. Front, back, 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 front, back. So while all of this is going on, you are going to be doing a full port-de-bras arm. So that arm is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So between the side and the middle, there's 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be your first 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You repeat it, you're going to go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But in a fluid motion, you will have ended here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I went too fast, that's okay. Now your leg is in the back. Aha, we're gonna repeat the entire exercise, but we're going to start with our back leg and our front leg, our inside left leg is going to go as well. So we finished 8, arm goes front, 1, 2, press, 1, 2, press, 1, 2, press, 1, 2, press. So now our leg is still in back. We are going to close to the back first, which means our foot will end up in front after 16 counts, which is what we want. We are going to start by going up first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Foot is in front. We are going to do a plie. You are going to try not to hold on to the bar too much, and we will balance in a coupe. So what that means is that I am pointing my right foot, the outside leg, and I'm just placing it on the little ankle bone, you could say, in a coupe. And you want to pull up on that standing leg, arms just out in front. You're going to give it a good balance and close. Balance and hold. You don't want to try to take too much time, because then you'll psych yourself out like I'm doing now. to do rond de jambes next, which is this beautiful movement of the leg. This combination will do rond de jambes à terre, rond de jambes on the earth, and rond de jambes en l'air, which is above, in the sky, in the air. And it'll take a lot of muscle control, and I don't want you to think about how high your leg can get, but about correct form. So this begins with our left hand on the bar. We start from a fifth position. Our arm will come up, and we're going to do 2 preparation movements to help us get comfortable with the motion of the leg. So you start, you're going to plie on your left leg and just do a nice little tendu with the right directly in front of you. 1, and you're going to swing it around and straighten up. 2. Okay, that's 1, 2. 1, open that arm. 2. You are going to come through first position. This is really important for our rond de jambes, and while we're doing our preparation movement, we come through first position to tendu, and that you'll see in all of our rond de jambes on the ground. And so we do 1, straighten 2, 3, straighten 4, and now we will do 5, 6, 7, 8, and on the 8 we hold, which I'll show you in a second. But as we do our rond de jambes, you want to be thinking about your leg is directly in front of you. It's making a huge semicircle, but it's not crossing this way. It's not crossing to the back like this. It's directly straight behind you. And when that swing is directly behind you, it comes through that beautiful first position and you start over. The count is on that outswing. Okay, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're just going to bring it forward and hold it 8. So you're not going to finish it out on 8, you'll just hold on 8. At which point you will go straight from this tendu motion into the back side. We're going to go the other direction with our 2 preps. So we will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold 8. Okay? So we do 2 preps, and then basically for 2 counts, which equals 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to the back, prep, back and front, 5, 6, 7, hold 8, to the back. Too many arm motions. Your arms just on your prep go front and open, front and open, and then they stay out to the side for the remainder of the activity. Once we are done with all of that, we are going to move by lifting our leg up, and this is where it may hurt a little, so just be careful. Hopefully you're warm. You are just going to swing that leg up into the air, and you're going to hold it. I used to be able to hold this leg up at like 90 degrees, not anymore. So I just keep it nice and low, probably around 45, maybe even a little lower, dégagé height, if I'm feeling it. So you swing it up, 1, 2, you're gonna bring it out to the side, keep it, oh, you can already see my leg is shaking, and that is totally okay. You wanna keep it turned out, so once again, you don't wanna have that top of your foot facing front. That means that you're too turned in, and one is probably gonna hurt a little, and it's not the correct form. So we go 1, 2, to the side, 3, 4, I'm probably gonna hit the wall. Oh no, I didn't. 5, 6, you hold it to the back, and on 7, if you can, you lift up, there's my wall, lift up on 7, close back into 5th position on 8, We're gonna go the other direction. Gonna keep moving forward. I'll hit the lamp instead of the wall. You'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 7. Try to lift it up a little. Close on 8. At the end of this exercise, we will plie and we will passe in releve. So instead of that beautiful pointed turned out foot being at your ankle bone, it's gonna be up here right underneath your knee. You will pop it all up in one swift motion and attempt a balance and close. Lift it up, 7. Plie, passe releve. So funny story, many years ago, I dislocated my left kneecap. It was very traumatic. And after years of physical therapy, my left leg became stronger in some ways than my right, which is interesting because I'm a right-sided dancer, which means that most of my skills are better on the right side. But for some reason, my left leg, I have a way easier time lifting it and moving it around in some ways than my right. So you may notice that as you're doing these exercises that one side is easier than the other, that one side is stronger than the other. And that's why we do both sides, is so you can discover those strengths and so you can also hopefully build up some of those weaknesses, know what areas you need to focus on. So as we continue throughout the class, maybe think about that. What is feeling natural? What parts of your body are moving easier than others, lifting easier than others? That can be a great sign of some things to work on. So let's try that to the left side. Hold 8. Lift it, 7, close back on 8. 1, 2. Lift, 7, close 8. Passe releve. You can hold it longer than I did, I'm sure. Keep going, keep trying. So we are going to do our last really slow combination with some fondue exercises. Fondue is probably well known as a word meaning to melt. And so you'll notice in the motion of the leg that there's a melting quality to it. So we are going to do 4 fondues to each side. 2 brushes of the leg. We will then repeat that exercise. We'll go front to back and then back to front. And then I kind of wanted to do something a little more unique with our balancing, just for anyone here who is a little more advanced and wants to try something a little bit different. We're going to practice a back attitude balance, which is something I used to be pretty good at, and I think is a lot of fun, and it's a beautiful position. So it will require moving the bar a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So to begin, we're going to start with a simple preparation of our leg, 1 and 2. So that's just our preparation count. So after our preparation movement, we're going to do our beautiful melt in. So you'll notice that after I have prepped, the leg will lift slightly off the ground, that arm will go down with it, and it will melt into this beautiful coupe position with a bend of this standing leg. So we're making a beautiful diamond shape, and then it'll melt out in the direction that we're going. So we're going to go front, side, and back. So we'll do 3 fondus total. Fondue to the front, fondue to the side, fondue to the back, and now you're going to brush your leg through that first position. Front, back, and then you're kind of just going to hold it because we're going to start to the back. Back, fondue to the back, fondue to the side, fondue to the front, brush back, brush front, and close and fit. So this is where you are going to probably hate me a little bit and hurt a little bit. I want you to be safe as you do this, and with balancing. Got a hair on me, that's okay. So you are going to, after we have done all of our fondus, we are going to plie 1, 2. This is not a stable chair at all, that's okay. I want you to try to balance 3, 4, plie 5, 6, and you can do a little step, 7, 8. We are going to repeat that, plie 1, 2, balance 3, 4, except this time, as you balance, 3, 4, you're holding it. I want you to gently extend that leg to the back, 5, 6, you can close 7 and 8, and this is all while you're holding onto the bar. When I do it, I might turn my body just so you can see. Try to give yourself a little bit more room so you have room in the back to actually lift your leg. But after we close, we've extended 5, 6, close 7, 8. You can take as long as you need. I just want you to think about, we're going to lift up our leg into an arabesque, and then with an attitude, you just bend that leg. Some people like a very square attitude. I kind of like mine a little bit more elongated, and then if you can, take a nice deep breath, balance as long as you can. And the goal with the back attitude is to keep that thigh lifted, so you don't want that knee pointed down. You want it lifted up. So it requires a lot. You can probably see I'm shaking a little bit of muscle control and strength to lift up that thigh muscle. So you can take however long you need to do it. After we do all of our fondus, we passe, hold, extend, and close. Passe, hold, extend, and close. You can just lift that leg up. If you want, you can get into position while your standing leg is flat, and then relevate into it. And give it a shot, just for fun. This is really hard on your back muscles, so be very careful that you don't lift too high. Once again, it's more about the beautiful form of the leg than the height. Let's try that all together. brush front, brush back. Two, three, four, extend five, hold six, close seven, breathe eight again. One, two, four, extend five, and now just take your time, feel those muscles. Wish you had a better bar to hold on to, and release. Ideally, you would hold that beautifully. Let's see if I can do it. Hold it. Give it some sort of a good finish. Let's try the other side. Brush front and back. Three, four, five, six, close seven. Breathe eight. One, two, three, four. Extend back. Six, close seven, and eight. If you would like to attempt your attitude. To be completely honest, I have no idea how these are gonna work with a really wobbly chair. So we'll just do our best, but be safe. If it's not working, you'll be okay. This is gonna be a pirouette turn at the bar. I don't like shoes, obviously, plus I don't actually have any soft ballet shoes anymore that aren't completely shredded. So it is what it is. But when I turn, I'm used to turning on the balls of my feet without anything on them. I prefer it that way. But you may choose to either wear your ballet shoes, or if you have a sock, you can put on your sock and you can roll it up so your heel is exposed. That's going to be a little bit more safe, just depending on the surface that you're on. Please do not attempt any sort of turn on carpet or on uneven flooring, something that is not smooth or good for turning. So the motions for this are really simple, just because this is a bit more of an advanced turn and exercise. So we're gonna go really slow. We are going to attempt, I'm really scared about like popping up and hitting my head onto this light. So we'll see what happens. So we are going to start by opening up 1, 2, plie, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're just balancing. You can hold on to the bar. 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to try a turn from 5th position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm so scared. 5, 6. And just get back to that bar somehow on 7, 8. We'll just find a way to do it. It'll be good. So we will do that from 5th position, and then we're going to repeat that in a 4th position pirouette turn. So pirouette turn is this passe that we balanced in earlier, and that we've done a couple of other exercises with. you're just turning, and you're turning away from the bar. So right now my left hand is on the bar, I'm working on my right side. So that means this elbow is a good indicator. It's pointing to the way I should turn. So I will turn around myself that way. And you want to try to do it quickly in the sense that you don't want your foot to take time getting up there. It should just be pop as you're turning. All of the balances that we've done are a good indicator of your turning ability or your confidence. If you're able to stand in this for 1, 2, that's your turn, right? 1, 2, I can get around on that. So you don't want to whip yourself around so quickly because then you don't have any control. The idea is to do a controlled turn that's moving smoothly. So with all of that being said, let's do the 4th position. So we'll open up 1, 2, 3, 4, balance, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we'll turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why I don't like this chair. Close, 7, 8. I may actually just do this without the chair if you're comfortable without your bar, because mine's pretty useless. Normally when you're in a ballet studio, this doesn't move, and so as you're turning around, you can grab it and it's not gonna fall over. That's not working. So I may just do it in the center, and if you have a wall, that can also be a good tool. Or a countertop. You are also free to try this in center if you'd like. So you can just follow along with me at that point. So to review, you're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, close, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, close, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, I'm getting tired, can you tell? So you're just gonna keep repeating that the best that you can. We'll do it to the left side as well. So, could be interesting. Let's see how it goes. Let's try it on the left. I'm not a left turner. Or maybe I kind of am. Nope. So we've come to the end of our ballet bar class. I hope you've enjoyed it. We are going to end with some grand battements, which are some beautiful high kicks. It is a larger version of the tendu, of the dégagé. It's why we do all of those sorts of exercises, so we have the form and the strength to do kicks like these. So I'm going to keep my chair tilted so when I have room to kick and I don't hit my wall, and so you can see when I go to the back just a little bit better. So we are going to do 4 kicks to the front, 4 to the side, 4 to the back, 4 to the side, and then we will just finish off with a good plie to a passe releve, hold for one last time. So our arm is going to be nice and high. I'm so dangerously close to my light, but that's okay. We will go up, side, front, side, and then let's hold in our passe as such. So with this kick, once again, height is great, but it's really not the focus. We want to think about good form and good technique in really working through that ball of the foot, using our thigh muscles to keep us turned out. We don't want it to be turned in, and lifting up with our thigh muscles. And we want to think about not like hunching over, being too bent. We want to keep straight. Our leg is almost an extension of itself. We're solid in our core. We're solid in our arm. We're not collapsing as we kick. We're not shifting over too much. So we will kick 1 and close, 2, close, 3, close, 4, close to the side, close front, close back, close front, close back, excuse me. Now with kicking to the side, you also don't want to be like leaning over too much and pulling out of your standing leg. You want to think about having that shoulder aligned with your hip and aligned with your toes. So when you have that correct alignment and you're pulling up with all of the muscles on your standing leg, I can do whatever I want with this leg and not fall over. But if I'm kind of just standing in center, especially if I'm kicking, if I'm not really holding up on that standing leg, I can be pulled off. So just keep that in mind when you're kicking to the side. After we kick to the side, we're going to kick to the back. That arm's going to come front. 1, close, 2, close, 3, close, 4, close. And you can see that I am letting myself lean forward slightly. That's all right. You don't want to dip too much, but you can let that body kind of naturally balance out with your back kick. So after we do 4 to the back, we're going to go to the side again, this time closing in back, side, close, back, side, close, front, side, close, back, side, close, front. We will plie, bring our arms up, balance, and finish. Let's try it with the music. Front. Let's try the other side. Close front. Close back. So that concludes our ballet barre class. I'm a little winded, a little tired, but I'm feeling pretty good. I hope you are too. Feel free to do any of the exercises as much as you'd like. I would love to do some more at-home classes, so if there's any sort of technique that you'd like to see or a genre of dance, I was thinking about teaching a Bollywood combination or a hip hop combination, just let me know. I'd love to join with you in dancing through this quarantine. So thank you everybody, and keep dancing.